Hey guys, this is Temp taking over American Eye for the day. Make sure to check us out if you enjoyed today's video. We're only 3 months into 2019, yet a lot of the drama from last year has carried into now. Which celebrities made headlines for strange, terrible, or distasteful things? Good or bad, here are the stars that have racked up the most controversy in the past year.
Most controversial celebrities of 2019.
Number 18. Johnny Depp. Spoiler alert for the Fantastic Beasts series. When Johnny Depp showed up at the end of the first Fantastic Beasts movie, many people were outraged. The film was released not long after news broke out about the allegations of Depp physically and verbally abusing his ex-wife, Amber Heard. The public evidently took Heard's side, and Depp was soon cancelled. Lots of Depp's friends and even his ex-wives came to his defense. But the abuse claims from Heard put a black cloud over Depp's career.
Recently, Depp is suing Heard for $50 million in defamation, claiming he was the one who was physically abused and not her.
Number 17. Chris Brown. Even if you're a fan of Chris Brown, you need to be honest with yourself. This guy can never escape controversy. Some people maintain that he's either innocent or changed, while other people consider him a monster. At this point, it's no secret that Brown has some anger issues. He threw a chair at a window after an interview, he beat his then-girlfriend Rihanna, among other cases of him assaulting women, and he punched a paparazzi photographer in the face, though some people can't blame him for that one. Whether you like him or not, his career doesn't seem to be completely over yet. Number 16. Roseanne Barr. We wonder if Roseanne Barr regrets taking that Ambien that she says caused her to write some offensive and bizarre tweets. In one of those tweets, Barr compared Valerie Jarrett, a former advisor to Barack Obama, an ape. She apologized afterward, but the damage was done. ABC canceled the newly revived Roseanne series. ABC renamed the show The Conners, which is essentially the same show except without Barr. Its last season will be this year. Number 15. Bill Maher. Most people would agree it's bad taste to speak ill of those who have passed away, especially if that person is Stan Lee. Now, you can see at least one reason people don't like Bill Maher. Following the passing of the famous comic book writer, Maher wrote on his Real-Time website that America is in deep, deep mourning for a man who inspired millions to, I don't know, watch a movie, I guess. On top of that, Maher said some terribly racist stuff, most specifically on his HBO show when speaking to Republican Senator Ben Sasse. For that case, in particular, Maher has apologized and said he regrets saying it and that he is very sorry. Number 14. Kanye West. Where do we start with Kanye West? Last year, he spent an extensive amount of time in the middle of Wyoming recording new albums. A few months later, he shows up to the White House in a Make America Great Again hat to converse with Donald Trump. He was hospitalized for exhaustion, said he was bipolar, and then retracted that claim. He aired his feud with Drake and Travis Scott on Twitter and then lashed out at Ariana Grande for making fun of the situation. What does the rest of 2019 have in store for West? We shall see. Number 13. Dyke Jr. He's the son of two-time Indianapolis 500 winner Uri Dyke. But today's audiences know him better on the 22nd season of The Bachelor. Dyke Jr. is a Dutch-born American auto racing driver and now works as a real estate broker for RE Max in Arizona. Why do people hate him? For those answers, we have to look at the last episode of The Bachelor when he asked Becca Cuffin to marry him. Then he changed his mind. For the show's After Final Rose special episode, you see him break up with Cuffin and later reunite with the runner-up of the show, Lauren Burnham. That was in 2018. In 2019, Dyke Jr. and Burnham got married. Number 12. Nicki Minaj. Ever since Cardi B made it big, the comparisons to Nicki Minaj seemed inevitable.
The two didn't help the situation by publicly hating each other.
Minaj also accused several DJs of adding fuel to the rivalry between her and Cardi. She canceled part of her tour because of not selling enough tickets, though she claimed she withdrew to give herself more time. Then she announced Tekashi 6ix9ine would join her on tour. But people criticized her for working with someone who has a past with abusing women. If you didn't know, 6ix9ine is now in custody. Not to mention, her new boyfriend isn't a saint with women either. Let's hope she can find that 2012 Nicki within herself again. Number 11. Pete Davidson. Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson's whirlwind romance came to an end in October of 2018. For a brief moment, it seemed Davidson was unstable. He experienced a meltdown that appeared to have been triggered by Grande, mocking Kanye West and him, Davidson, seeing it as a mockery of mental illness. Of all the times it could have happened, it was a Saturday night, and instead of going on SNL, Davidson locked himself in his dressing room after posting an Instagram message on why he didn't want to be in the world anymore. The month following that episode, Davidson appeared in brighter spirits. He recently began dating Kate Beckinsale, a relationship that earned a significant amount of surprise because she's 20 years his senior. Number 10. Elon Musk. In September of last year, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX faced a lot of backlash for smoking a blunt during his appearance on the Joe Rogan live video podcast.
People saw this as unprofessional. NASA thought what Musk did was inappropriate and something that caused concern.
More importantly, others saw it as hypocritical. Tesla drug tests its employees, and some people have lost their jobs because of such tests. So to see the leader of the company do the same without repercussion rubbed people the wrong way. This February, Musk is in hot water again for offending the SEC with a series of tweets that made it seem like he had no respect for the U.S. financial regulating establishment. Number 9. Drake. When Pusha T released his Drake diss track, Story of Adidon, a majority of fans weren't prepared to hear that Drake was hiding a baby son from the world.
Not only that, but those pictures of Drake from his youth sporting some blackface also re-emerged.
Immediately, Drake defended himself when it came to the blackface photos, but it took a while for him to say anything about his son. In a line from Scorpion, Drake explains he wasn't hiding his child from the world. Instead, he was hiding the world from his son. Remember how we mentioned Drake and Kanye were feuding? A lot of that fight stemmed from Drake secretly dissing Kanye on Travis Scott's song, Sicko Mode. Number 8. Blac Chyna. Just 3 years ago, Tyga left the mother of his child, Blac Chyna, to be with Kylie Jenner, who was only 17 years old at the time. It seemed like Blac Chyna got the last laugh in this scenario after she began dating Kylie's older brother, Rob Kardashian. The Kardashian and Blac Chyna had a child together. When they broke up, it was a huge drama storm. This February, her own mother suggested Chyna was unfit to raise the child, and that the toddler should live with the Kardashian. Kardashian posted on Twitter that he and Blac Chyna were co-parenting the child. Have the two agreed to let bygones be bygones? Number 7. Piers Morgan. This past fall, Piers Morgan went out of his way to criticize Daniel Craig on Twitter because Craig is carrying his infant child in an emasculating papoose. The next month, he took to Twitter again to call Ellen DeGeneres hypocritical for celebrating shirtless men. For a man who's also clashed with people such as Chrissy Teigen, Emily Ratajkowski, and J.K. Rowling, let's say not many fellow humans are big fans of this British journalist. Number 6. Jessi Smollett. By now you've heard of the uproar Jessi Smollett caused this year. Just in case you haven't, here's a little recap. On January 29th, actor Jussie Smollett claimed people beat him up outside of Loews Hotel in Chicago. Smollett described his attacker as 2 white men in ski masks who yelled offensive phrases at him. Smollett also insinuated these people were using "Make America Great Again" rhetoric while physically abusing him and throwing bleach on him. Right away, the internet overran with support for him. All those voices that championed him soon turned into gasps when news outlets revealed Smollett made the whole thing up and hired his professional trainer and that person's brother to hurt him. It's safe to say his career is probably over. Number 5. Quincy Jones. When you get to a certain age, there's a point when you stop caring about what people think. For Quincy Jones, that age is 86. In later years of his life, Jones has revealed information that was once secret. Last year, he said he dated Ivanka Trump. Jones even accused Michael Jackson of stealing his songs. Number 4. Meg Kelly. The verdict on whether or not the public likes Meg Kelly goes back and forth. Depending on your political leanings, maybe you think she's smart and maybe you don't. When Kelly accused Fox News CEO of harassing her, people were on her side.
Fast forward a year later to her defending the use of blackface while on the Today Show, and she's back to people not liking her.
By January of this year, just 3 months after her blackface comments, she left NBC. Number 3. Logan Paul. Even if you've never watched any of his videos, you know about the Logan Paul incident at Mount Fuji. Ever since then, Paul has not been on anyone's good list. YouTube didn't help matters by not doing anything about Paul or his channel until much later. Paul apologized and took a hiatus from posting videos. Now he's back on the YouTube game. He released a trailer for his upcoming documentary series about flat earthers, which many people criticize for being too similar in style to Shane Dawson's documentaries. Does Paul himself believe the Earth is flat? Yes, he does, and he's going to conduct an expedition across Antarctica to prove he's right. Number 2. Jake Paul. If there's another YouTuber more controversial than Logan Paul, it's his younger brother, Jake Paul. He is an actor and internet personality.
Additionally, other YouTubers have created videos about how Paul manipulates his audiences.
The largest demographic that makes up Paul's viewers are young children. People accuse him of sneaking in subliminal and not so subliminal messages to push his subscribers to buy his merchandise. Critics say he milked the drama of his breakup with former girlfriend Erica Costell, and that he's a racist for using an unsavory word in one of his rapping videos. Paul promoted Mystery Brand, a website where you pay various amounts of money to open boxes full of prizes, and many saw that as urging his young viewers to gamble. Before we get to number 1, we have a question for you. Who's a celebrity you think will be on the list of newest scandals? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Number 1. R. Kelly. When allegations against R. Kelly's crimes became headlines again, Quincy Jones said this information was nothing new. That's something you hear a lot when it pertains to this case. It seems everyone knew what was going on with R. Kelly and underage girls, but it wasn't until Lifetime aired their documentary series, Surviving R. Kelly, did everything come to light. An interview with Gayle King for CBS went viral very quickly after Kelly proceeded to have a meltdown on camera.
The judge for Kelly's case announced that cameras will be allowed in the courtroom during the trial.
You know what people will be watching that day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more videos from us, subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss an upload.